You're listening to Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast, presented by Brandon Elliott. This show will be going over all aspects of real estate investing and is intended to educate, motivate, and prepare you to take action on your first or next real estate investment. For more information, please visit BrandonElliottInvestments.com. Thank you for listening and enjoy.
Welcome back, everyone, to Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Brandon Elliott. What's happening, y'all? Hope you guys are all doing amazing. 'Tis the season. Ho, ho, ho. We got all the treats and all the goodies coming up. It doesn't feel like that yet. Halloween just passed a couple weeks ago, thank God. But also, we are grateful for Thanksgiving coming up, for the season of cheer and giving and blessings. And it's been a tough season. It's been a ridiculously tough season for so many Americans nationwide. And there's so much outrage and outroar and political stuff and government shutdown that is just released and all the things that it's definitely, I think Americans nationwide this year have felt a little bit more of a crunch, a little bit more of a pain. And as I was thinking about just a few weeks ago, like, how can we over deliver this holiday season? How can we, as a group, as a community, as a founder of Credit Accounts Elite, be able to not just position and prepare for what so many people nationwide need in this season, like truly need, which is funding, right? Like, a lot of you guys need money right now. A lot of you guys are under the pinch. A lot of opportunities are starting to pop up that you're going to want to take down. But again, the debt is out of control right now. We got to get things reorganized. We got to focus and prioritize on good debt versus bad debt and investing in ourselves to be able to get the capital that we need on the business side. So it's not on the personal. And I'll dive deeper into all this, but it relates around funding. It's the foundational pieces to be able to really grow and scale, right? How do we set up what is so needed right now for us here in America to be able to position ourselves to have the best, most incredible, exciting year yet coming up here in 2026? Because I truly believe that we are in a season of truth that is getting exposed, that is coming out and being very vulnerable, transparent, and it's a blessing. It's a good thing. And so some of that will bring pain to many, and like, it will be hurtful. But I truly believe that for everybody else that is soaking up the truth, the more that you get hit with the truth and really realize, like, hey, bad season before, going through the ringer, made poor decisions, poor chances, whatever, like, there's such a trust recession, if you will, out online and social media, and rightfully so. There's been craziness for years now. And what I can tell you is that there's still a hunger for people to get the truth and to be able to find what really works and what really, like, what's the breakthroughs that we're looking for here. And so I couldn't be more excited, because as I was praying on it, as I was sitting down with Jennifer to really see, like, man, like, what could we do? What could we do this year to be able to bless more people nationwide, more people that are looking to, whether you're working your day job and you're loving it, or you absolutely dread it and you're like, Brandon, if you don't get me out of this job now, like, something's happening. You know what I'm saying? Either or, you're working and loving the job, or you hate the job and you just realize, like, hey man, I need to diversify. I can't rely on my boss. I can't rely on the government. I can't rely on, if it's meant to be, it's up to me type of approach, right? That's what I can rely on. And so when you start developing that mindset and figuring out, like, man, there's opportunities that are passing me by. I'm losing out on this stuff. I need to stop borrowing money from Uncle John, and Thanksgiving's coming up. That's going to get super awkward. Or you're losing sleep at night because you're borrowing money from grandma, and that's her retirement account. And if, God forbid, anything happens with your investment, like, my gosh, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you're losing sleep over it because the whole family knows, and it's getting crazy, right? Like, that's not a good place for anybody to be. And so it's not so much about OPM, other people's money, right? It's more about OBM, okay? Other banks' money. And see, we live in a society here in America, in the greatest country in the world. I don't care what side you're on or in between or whatever, like greatest country in the world. That's why so many foreigners and immigrants around the world want to come here. It's because there's the land of the free and the opportunities. And so when it comes down to here in America, they give out the most funding. Like you're not going to find this anywhere else in the world. This here in America, they still are giving out funding. They're still giving out a boatload of money. And check it out. We have a list of 9,500 banks, 9,500 banks, every single one of them. But better yet, we have it broken down state by state in order from top to bottom, which ones are giving out the most funding. It's ridiculous. It really sets you up for so much success. In addition, when we teach you not just how to build that relationship, not just how to fix your own credit and boost up your scores to the 800 club in 30 days or less, guaranteed, by the way, we can show you step by step how to do that after the fixing is done. Then the best part is being able to get this type of funding from these banks by saying the right things, position yourself right, fit within their box of lending, because they have rules that they are judging you on. They have data points, they have statistics. And just because you weren't taught the rules in school, because you weren't taught the rules at your home at the dinner table growing up, just like I wasn't, doesn't mean that there's an excuse not to learn it. And so we've come to find that this is, whether you love your job, hate your job, and you realize that you need to diversify, whether you've been dreaming and wanting to play big and play without fear holding you back, and you want to start that new business, grow your current existing business, keep up with just inventory, stop paying high utilization rates, stop seeing your score go up and down because you've been using more of the personal side of your credit. You know who I'm talking to, right? Versus the business side, right? Getting the highest limits. Like if you want to get the highest limits, the best terms and conditions, stop wasting your time and winging it, just trying to apply here and there and getting frustrated why all these banks are screwing you over and why all of them suck. Eventually, you got to stop pointing the finger at them and start pointing the thumb at yourself and realizing like, hey, maybe there's something here that wasn't taught to me that I don't know. And maybe the time is now to actually draw the line in the sand and say enough is enough. This is a new season that I want to walk into, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to be able to get the best of the best results. Like this is what we have been debating. Like, how do we actually serve you to be able to set you up for tremendous growth for 2026? How do we position you to be able to get that foundational piece that is mandatory and super needed right now? Okay. And what we have, and what I'm super excited for is what I was really felt the need to be able to over deliver and pour into was a completely new offer. Something that we've never done before. I don't know how long we're going to do it, but we are going to do it right now. And I was going to wait another week or so until Black Friday and Thanksgiving. And I said, screw it. Why don't we just roll it out early? Why don't we just roll it out now? And so if you're listening to this, if it resonates, and if you want to get the best deal that you like, if you've been on the sidelines to be able to get funding and learn from the truth and be able to get the real raw evidence and facts about how to get the most amount of funding, that's what we're going to teach you, not just here today, but we have an incredible offer that we've never done before. And I'm going to cut to the chase. Like you could literally be able to experience this for $2,500 of something that we normally charge $15,000 for. Okay. So if you're serious about this, I can get you a taste of this and get you to experience it for $2,500 or even financing options for as low as $100. Okay. $100 a month with no prepayment penalty. Watch what this could do for you. All right. So let me explain. All right. This is 100% for you if you are looking to really be able to start a business, grow a business, scale a business, and you need funding. If you need funding, this is for you. All right. Let me share my screen right here. So this is 100% for you if you are an entrepreneur currently or looking to become an entrepreneur and you want to start and grow and scale a business. But you're hitting these funding ceilings because you don't know how to talk to these banks. This is 100% for you. If you're an investor that you want to stop borrowing money from grandma or Uncle John, this is for you. If you want to get out of the 9 to 5 or you want to grow and scale, like this is for you. If you're tired of seeing opportunities pass you by and you're paying high interest rates, this is for you. What you're going to want to realize is that one way or another, you're already paying for this. You're already paying tens of thousands of dollars in many different ways. Number one is you're probably getting denied for applications because you don't know how to talk to the banks. You don't know how to speak to them properly. Okay. You're winging it. So you're wasting precious time as well. Time is our biggest asset that we can never get back. Money will always come and go. Okay. The ebb and flow of money is actually a good thing. You know, they say, what is it? That salt sea, whatever it's called. I forget, the Barren Sea, whatever. It's the saltiest ocean because there's no ebb and flow. There's nothing going out. It just sits, right? And so it comes down to understanding that when you send something out, when you pay something, when you make an investment into yourself, there's some kind of transaction, there's some kind of boomerang that always comes back. I've seen it in my own life. And that's why since 2011, really, I've been investing into myself. 2015, I really started taking it serious and it became more of a yearly annual type of experience and multiple transactions of investing in myself per year and into my business and to my personal development and growth. And for the last 4 or 5 years, we've been investing $250,000 into ourselves each and every year. And it's only because we demand the ROI, like we see the ROI, we experience the growth. And so if it's good enough for me, somebody that came from broke, busted, disgusted, New Jersey, you know, fatherless and having all this other baggage and, you know, things that were against me, if it's good enough for me, trust me, it can be good enough for you. In many cases, it definitely should be, right? And so because now we own $14 million in real estate assets, we collect about $50,000 a month off of real estate. We have no money into the real estate. We collect we have about $4.3 million in equity, and we have incredible tax benefits. And so what I've come to find is teaching others how to do exactly this process of what got me to start changing my life, because let's not sugarcoat it. Real estate was the thing that changed my life. Credit was the fuel to the fire, if you will. Okay. And that's where everything started changing. Like when you learn how to talk to these banks and get massive amounts of funding, game over. Especially when it's smart capital and it's at the best terms and conditions. You're not wasting time anymore. Okay. So when you can dial this in properly, just imagine what it can do for you. And so we've been able to break this process down. And by the way, this isn't for you if you're looking for a magic pill or, you know, a quick get rich quick scheme overnight. If you need money like tomorrow, this isn't for you. Most people do that, by the way. Most people find the opportunities, lock something in, get all freaked out and like, I need the money now, Brandon. Like a crackhead. It's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. That's not how that pressure, that pain, that craziness, that routine is always going to be chaotic, stressful, and it's going to take years away from you versus adding years to you. It's not worth it. What I do recommend is focus on the foundational pieces so that you can have a hell of a skyscraper, right? If you're just climbing to the top of a slippery mountain that's built on twigs, you get to the top and you're going to start cracking things and breaking things pretty quickly. And that stress and that pain, it isn't worth it. So understand, focus on this foundational piece, learn how to keep your score, like how your FICO score even works, right? How the banks and lenders are actually judging you, how to play the game, right? There's rules to the game. How do you play it? So understanding that will be able to position you to focus on your FICO score, understanding how to fix credit, making sure that it's never costing you money and you know how to clean it up in the future at any given time. And we all know somebody that needs credit repair. So if you learn that strategy, it's very well a smart investment for yourself. But in top of that, like, how do we boost our scores to the 800 club? How can that be done? Realistically, Brandon, how can that be done in 30 days or less? How? Well, there's it's simple math. It's understanding the process so that you can implement the strategy. And then afterwards, getting all this funding, how does somebody actually get $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 plus with the best terms and conditions, the highest limits possible? How do you do that over a 30 to 60 day time frame? How? Well, there is a madness to what we got going on here, and I'm gonna break it down and expose it for you so that you understand it. But I do want you to be fully aware that it's not an overnight type of success, and this isn't a do it for you service. And we do prioritize and make it mandatory that we need a minimum of 5 hours per week from you to be able to really capitalize off of this, or 30 minutes a day to be able to keep that momentum. And I only say that because we've helped out 3,800 members since 2017. We've kept a lot of data, a lot of information, and we've realized that the individuals that put in a minimum of 5 hours per week, guess what? They get the best results. And what are you joining for? The best results, right? You, your family, your future, and your finances, it's all stemming to that, to the results. So who is it really up to be able to get the results? It's up to you at the end of the day. It's whether or not you're going to show up, participate, take full action, right? And so we need that commitment from you so that we can meet you halfway to be able to focus on the coaching that is desperately needed. Because of course, yeah, we have a course that is 5 hours long, whoop-de-doo, you know? It used to be 35 hours long, and we realized that's too much, too chaotic. Nobody's got time for that. Cut the BS, redo it. We condensed it all into 5 short hours of 60 to 80 plus videos in there that are all condensed of 2 to 3 minute videos so that you can understand exactly where you're currently at and how to be able to get the best results. But let me clarify this right here. The course aspect is simply just to be able to speak the same language. It's supposed to get you 60% of the way there. So you and I can have a conversation that makes sense so that we can start answering some of the questions and you know how to ask the right questions. Not like, what is the best credit card? You'll learn that in the education that we teach. You know, all banks have similar credit cards. They're competing against each other. So understanding what do you want and understand the options out there, and then I can show you the competitors. You know, so with that being said, again, this isn't a do it for you service, and it's only because it's such a disservice to do something like that for you. I truly believe that you can't outsource your push-ups. You can't. Although everybody wants that. Everybody wants the quick fat loss magic pill. But for me, I've never found it. I've never believed it to be true. And I always believe that is such a disservice for you. Even if somebody ever came up with it, trust me when I tell you, it's not going to be good for you. That's going to create laziness and you know, it's not beneficial. It's going to go in the wrong direction. Trust me. So just as I stated, you can't outsource your push-ups, but you can hire on a trainer. Right? You can hire on a nutritionist, right? You can get your meal plans dialed in. You can have accountability. You can hire on and get your blood work done. You can get a dream team around you to be able to really hold you accountable and make sure that you succeed, right? But we're not going to be able to solve all your problems. And if you're not coachable, because everything that we're going to teach you is going to be exactly the opposite 90% of the time of what you believe to be currently true. If you are one of those guys that come to me and say, oh, Brandon, I know a lot about credit. I know a bunch. I've invested a bunch. I know so much more than the average person. I'm above the average, you know, so cut to the chase. I want to get right to the funding piece of it. Dude, we all want the funding. We all want the funding. That's why you're interested in this. That's why you're listening so far, right? But at the end of the day, it's not about what you think you know. It's about what you don't know yet. Okay? And if you are smart enough to realize that you're not the biggest fish in the pond, and that when there's a will, there's a way, and there's other folks out there doing something bigger and better, and we can show you the proof, we can show you the statistics, we can show you the data. We have a ton of members getting incredible results within Credit Counseling Elite. I want you to be the next one. Okay. So if I didn't lose you so far, then great. This is what is our 30,000 foot view of the whole process. Understanding our 4-step 0% capital playbook, which is literally broken down step by step. The foundational piece, it's understanding how these banks and lenders are judging you so you know how to play the game. Afterwards, it's fixing. Everybody's got to do some fixing, whether you're in the 800 club or the 300 club. The difference is if you're in the 300 club, my friend, you know that you need to do some fixing. Okay. If you're in the 700s and above, you're like, no, Brandon, I don't need to do any fixing. Correction, you do. The good news is it's only going to take about 5 minutes of your time on each bureau. After that, we'll show you how to boost your score, get to the 800 club in 30 days or less after the fixing is done, guaranteed. And then after that, we'll show you how to actually put your applications in order so that you can get anywhere from 10 to 50 plus applications approved with confidence and boldness, the highest limits possible, the best terms and conditions, and up to 90% approval odds. That's not a bad day. That's not a bad day at all. You can repeat this process every 6 months. The 0% is anywhere from 6 months to 24 months. On average, 18 months. Okay? So just imagine what you can actually do with that. Imagine what life would actually look like 12 months down the road from now. If you had the funding and affordable, smart capital funding at your fingertips to actually be able to utilize with your business, to be able to start a business, grow a business, scale a business. I mean, gosh, even if you don't have anything to use it with right now, you could put it into a CD for God's sakes and make 4.5%, 5%. You could put it in crypto and make 10%. There's ways to be able to make money off of this stuff in so many different opportunities. And then afterwards, you're leveraging it and putting it to work. You can repeat it every 6 months. This is the breakdown on steroids, right? This is the breakdown that so many people need to focus on, understand, and how we break down the whole process so that you can get the most incredible results over time. If you're struggling with fixing credit, by the way, like, you're not disqualified just because you have bad credit right now. Okay, if you have late payments, collections, derogatory remarks, don't worry. We can show you techniques and strategies, how to be able to get some fast online methods that work very frequently. For all others, we have a strategic different techniques that could provide results within as little as 1 to 10 business days. And then for all other stubborn credit profiles out there, we have a state-of-the-art AI software that will actually produce letters for you, and then you get access to them. You can mail them out on your own convenience, and over time you'll see incredible results. So when there's a will, there's a way, my friend. Whether you have late payments, collections, derogatory remarks, public records, whether you have hard inquiries galore, old outdated personal info, whatever it is, anything and everything that is currently hurting your credit profile can and will be removed over a period of time. That's the best news that you've heard all day. Trust me. If you didn't know that, now you do. It's incredible. Trust me, you don't need to have that weight and those shackles holding you back, making you feel like you have to wait 7, 10 years plus. That's not the case. Okay? There's techniques and strategies to be able to get incredible results a heck of a lot faster. And in fact, statistically, it shows that 50 to 70% of Americans have something incorrect, inaccurate, misleading on their credit report being misreported right now, right here. In addition to that, most Americans, all Americans over their lifetime, back in 2019 was stated statistically that you'll be a victim of identity theft anywhere from 1 to 5 times throughout your life. It's incredible. So I just encourage you, when you understand that you don't need to settle for less and you can challenge everything, that these credit bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, they're just like mom and pop companies, just like you and I, and they make mistakes and they're dealing with a lot of data and they pay for data. So they want to keep that data. Okay. That's their money. But so they may put up a fight. They may, try to strong arm you and give you stall tactics. When there's a will, there's a way. And when you get educated, you know how to fight it with power. Now, this is the 45 different metrics on understanding how the rules are really being judged against you. This is, once you understand these to a core, which we teach here at Credit Counsel Elite, you'll fit within their box of lending. Okay. It's not just about your FICO score. If you are taking notes, which again, we do encourage, write this down. It's not just about your FICO score. Okay. And then circle that bad boy like 10 times. It's not just about your FICO score. In fact, there's people that have had a 600 FICO score, but they're crushing it in business. I can help them get more funding than the average person, depending on the bank relationship. Okay. But does it help to be able to get a great FICO score? Of course it does. But it's definitely, do not lean on just a great FICO score. In fact, quick story, there was a gentleman came in brand new. He had his sister have an 840 FICO score. His credit was jacked up. So he's going through the process. He's only a week in. He's seeing all the success from other members. He's excited and he's like, man, My sister has an 840 FICO score. It doesn't get much better than that. It only goes to 850, right? So what we're going to do is, with all these other people showing all their testimonies and all their wins and certain credit cards, I'm just going to start applying with her credit and help her get a bunch of credit. And guess what they did? They applied on their own without giving us, seeking the counsel. Just by going through the course, again, gets you 60% there. But what you're really investing in is the coaching, okay? The member success manager that we assign to you specifically. The accountability partner that we assign to you specifically. The group DM call with those two, yourself and myself in, as well as the Monday, Thursdays, and Saturday group calls that you get access to, okay? All that plus the private community that we have access to. That's what we encourage you to take full advantage of. And so what took place was doing it on his own, because thinking the old school way of it's just about your FICO score. She has a damn near perfect FICO score. Let's just apply with all these credit cards. I just need these banks and now I'm good to go. Because these guys got approved, she must get approved as well. And the simple truth is they applied to 7 applications and one after another denied. And that's the sad truth. But the good news is it was only on the business side, and we're able to get things corrected. And once they came clean and told us all their sins and what they did, we were able to educate, motivate, and prepare them to get massive results, which they did later on, which I'm super proud of. But I can tell you this, that if you don't understand the 6 boxes that make up your credit profile, you're doomed. You're doomed. It's the elementary stuff that should have been taught in school, and it's what makes up your FICO score, and it indicates where you're currently at and how these banks are going to be judging you by 10 different metrics. So it is important out of the 45. The banking relationships really matters. How long you've been with the bank, super crucial. How many products and services are you taking advantage of? They keep data points on this, right? So the more the better. What does your internal rating look like? How much transactions are going on per month? How much money is going in versus going out over the last 30, 60, 90 days, or even with some banks, 6 months? Have you opted in the pre-screening? Ideally, more money is going in than going out. Have you been working with a business bank relationship manager? Have you checked your early warning or check system signs? Have you been opening bank accounts in person, or have you been doing it online? All this stuff matters. Do you have any new accounts within the last 6 months? Do you have any loans that are newer and you still owe above 80% of the original balance? This stuff matters. There's 17 different metrics here. And if you don't understand them, then you're winging it, and no wonder why you're going to be getting denied. And then on top of that, simply what you say on these applications, there's 18 different metrics. I mean, let's face it, you could have an entity or you could not. It doesn't matter on that aspect. If you have an entity, of course, it's going to help out. But how is the health of that entity? What's the SIC codes? What's the name of the business? Is it a low risk business or high risk business? How old is the entity? Is it 2 years, 4 years, 10 years plus? What's the stated income for it, for the business? What is stated income for the personal? Have you requested a credit limit amount? Do you rent or own? What is that monthly payment? What's your debt to income ratio? Have you used an affiliate link? All this stuff matters, and most people don't realize it. They think because I'm not working right now, or because I'm on retirement, or because my credit's bad, no banks are going to approve me. The simple truth is this, that all the banks want to do is lend to you and I, because that's how they make money. If they're not lending out, they're losing money. They will shut down. Point blank, period. They have to lend. The difference is they're looking for low risk. And so these are the metrics on how these banks and lenders are judging you that you must know, because if you don't, you're simply winging it. And the truth is, like, at the end of the day, what we're aiming for is all no docs or low docs to turn in. It's all stated income, and it's all something like we've helped out a 19-year-old with no job at all make $350,000 in business credit, 0% interest. It allowed him to start 3 new businesses and cash flow like crazy. We've helped people in their 70s be able to do the same thing on retirement. And so it's a second wind, and it also brings a lot of peace and clarity throughout the whole process. Now, let me show you part of what I'm so excited for with this new opportunity, because our 90-day challenge is typically for 90 days, and it's $15,000 to be a part of that. And what it comes with is access to a member success manager, accountability partner, and being able to show you the whole process on how to be able to get massive amounts of funding, the foundation, the fix, and the personal build. Teaching you business credit as well, but not business credit on non-PG steroids that we teach in our inner circle for the 30K investment. So with this, it really breaks down the whole process of understanding how these banks and lenders are judging you so you can still get massive amounts of funding. So now what I'm super excited for is I wanted to do something extremely special. And as I already alluded to it in the very beginning, is we're doing this right now for $2,500. You can get to experience what the heck we've been doing here in our newest program yet. It's our 4-week intensive. So it's a month-long intensive that we are giving you access to the course and the framework that is being given in the 15K program. Okay. We're also giving you Saturday group calls. And then in addition to that, we're going extremely deep diving into those Saturday calls of over 2 hours of content, dragging out the whole process, giving clear instructions, and even helping you do some of the work. This is the most incredible type of offer that we've ever done, and we've never done it at this affordable rate. But because we're not doing the one-on-one or hand-holding throughout the whole process, and we're not giving you our list of banks, but we are giving you several different banks with data points we just shared today, which I'm super grateful and excited for our team. This has been able to allow us to help out more people for more affordable rates, because I know that if you're listening to this, you've probably been struck with like a difficult time this year, just like a lot of people, a lot of business owners. And so if this resonates with you and you want to experience what the heck we got going on here and be able to get a taste of it for a significant reduction of the overall investment and get to experience this for as low as $2,500 or even a payment plan for as low as $100 per month, then this is an incredible opportunity that I would highly encourage you not to miss out on. We've literally had people walk away with $15,000 in free cash from sign-up bonuses, and sign-up bonuses from banks in the form of opening up new bank accounts and getting sign-up bonuses of free cash, or getting credit cards approved, converting into points that can convert into cash. And if you really wanted to maximize that and get, instead of a 1-for-1 ratio of 15 or 17,000 in free cash, you could actually 7 to 21x it if you learn how to travel hack, which we teach in our inner circle. So it's an incredible time. It's an incredible season. We wanted to do something extremely special. This deal starts now. Okay, this deal starts now, Black Friday special, and we are hooking it up until the very end of this year. Okay, so the rest of 2025 is going to be your opportunity, your year, no excuses. If you want to have a conversation with us to simply talk about where you're currently at, where you're looking to go, and if you can muster together the confidence and boldness to show up, play full out, and be able to demand the ROI that you deserve for you, your family, your finances, and for your future to make 2026 your best year yet, then trust me, friend, this is for you. Okay, so let me be extremely clear that this is an opportunity that we're giving right now. It is normally $7,500. We have it discounted right now for $4,997, but I'm doing an extra special right now to the end of the year for you to touch it, experience it, and get started for as low as $2,500, or even Klarna financing for as low as $100. After you fill out this form, it will be on the second page for you to test out the overall financing option there. But again, what we break down is the 4-week intensive. It's the high level course to get you 60% of the way there. And then we give you Saturday full intensive, breaking down every step of the way. This week, we talked about building out your credit card list, We gave you bank rules, bank policies, so that you know how to put them in the right order, how to actually get them solidified. Last week, we talked about the importance of opening bank relationships, building them, how to get the free cash, how to opt in, how to talk to these banks properly. And then the first week, we talked about fixing credit and how to be able to position yourself properly as well. So what we're going to teach you here is not just how the banks and lenders are judging you, how to fix credit quickly and be able to maneuver through it over time to save you money. And then also how to be able to boost up your score to the 800 club. And if you haven't been there yet, again, you're already paying for this one way or another because of higher interest rates, because of missed out opportunities, because of deals passing you by, because if you did get approved, you probably got a low itty bitty limit that you can't do anything with. And it's probably a mafia rate of 20 to 30%. And so if we can show you with confidence and boldness how to get the best terms and conditions, highest limits possible, and do this on your own every 6 months on repeat per person so that you're not winging it, then it's a blessing to be a blessing. And so I'm excited to give this as an opportunity. Look, the content stays with you forever as long as we have it on our Credit Counts Elite app. But on top of that, if you needed more coaching, then by all means, we can extend it for just $47 a month to be able to pay attention. Okay. There's power behind that. You don't need any of it, but trust me, what this can do for you is set you up for tremendous success. So if that makes sense to you, if you want to be able to get the results that so many people have been really shouting out that they need this year and get the funding that you deserve so that you can start that new business, so that you could grow and scale your current business, keep up with inventory, be able to save on when you stock up and get better rates, right? To be able to increase your margins, to be able to beat out the competition, to crank up marketing, to be able to hire on the best of the best that will produce and grow your business and take it to the next level, something that you couldn't have afforded before, but now you have the best terms and conditions, 0% interest, and you're getting points to do it so you can go and pat yourself on the back and go on free vacations. I've been able to do this with real estate and grow my business and do private money lending, hard money lending, and all types of things. And I can tell you it's never been a regret. It's always been something with real estate. I've been able to make $475,000 in 90 days by using $245,000 in credit cards, 0% interest, and feeling good picking my neighbor, feeling good hiring on all the professional contractors and all their families and the ripple effect that takes place. Feeling good fixing something that was disgusting in the neighborhood and making it beautiful and brand new that somebody wants to pay a premium for. Like it feels good doing that stuff. And so if I can get money for it, have nothing to do with it, and utilize smart capital, then trust me, there's nothing special about me. You could do the same thing. We've been able to do it with other real estate deals where we get $1 million in equity in 6 months. Crazy. And I know that's highly favored, but can you imagine if you just get a fraction of that, like how life could be different? Just imagine. Again, you're already paying for this one way or another. So from now that you are hearing this is the middle of, it's November 15th, 2025. Okay. Until the end of this year of 2025. Okay. This is going back up to the regular normal 7,500. Right now, we have it completely, hugely discounted, okay? And not to compromise the value, but to over-deliver the results so that you can get incredible results and so that you can set up the foundation needed for 2025 to be your best year yet. So if that resonates with you, if you're interested in that, simply DM us on Credit Counsel Elite for Instagram. You can DM me on there. Just say, hey, just type in podcast and say you're interested. Or on my own Instagram, Brandon Elliott Investments, you can DM there and say podcast interested. And then if you simply just, again, want to go over where you're currently at, where you're looking to go, and give you a roadmap to get there, whether it's working with us or just getting the truth and then going and doing it on your own. Like, I don't care. If it's not a good fit, we'll point you in the right direction for somebody that could be. Okay. And I'm blessed to pass you on and help you however needed. Okay. And so we normally give a complimentary one-time call. It's normally 30 to 45 minutes. It's normally $500 value for that. I can waive that and bring it down to 20-minute call for you so that you can actually figure out where you're currently at. We'll give you some gifts for showing up. Just don't waste our time. But what you can do is go to creditcounselelite.com. That's creditcounselelite.com. And simply just say that you're interested. Watch our quick video, fill out the info, and we'll reach out to you so we can have a conversation. And again, I'm excited because this is the biggest thing we've ever done. All right. So I pray that it really does set up you and your family for an incredible foundation for the end of this year. So 2026 is your best year yet. All right. And get ready. I mean, it's the holidays. So get ready, enjoy yourself, like soak in, start relaxing to get prepared for the end of the year and soak up the memories. All right. No matter how chaotic life is out there, understand this too shall pass and the truth is coming out. I've been praying into it and I'm confident that more people are going to start seeing the truth, the fly by night companies, the BS out there. This is us going on a limb to be able to meet you where you're at and helping out the most possible. Something that is Harvard level type of results and experience you can get for a fraction, just so that you can have skin in the game and that you're taking action. Okay. Because if it's complimentary, if it's free, you're not showing up, you're not playing full out. It's in one ear, out the other, because it didn't cost you anything. So you gotta pay attention. Trust me, this is the biggest discount you'll ever see here at Credit Counsel Elite. Let us bless you with this so that you can experience it. And no strings attached. We're here to bless you. So with that being said, if you have any questions, reach out. If you have not already subscribed to Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do that right now. All right. Do that right now. All right. You'll get the newest notification every single Monday. After listening to several of those, leave that 5-star review. Love all of you. Have a blessed Thanksgiving coming up. It's just a few weeks away. I'm excited for that. And excited to end this year strong, help out more people, more impact, and get ready for 2026. It's going to be the best year yet. All right. We'll see you guys on the next one. Till then, God bless. Enjoy yourself, and we'll see you soon. Peace out.
This has been another episode of Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast, brought to you by Brandon Elliott. For more information, please visit BrandonElliottInvestments.com. Also, please don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Thanks again for joining. Until next time, God bless.